Akashwani presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Nishit Kumar. The headlines. Fifth India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue to be held in New Delhi today with focus on defence and security cooperation. New Delhi files appeal against death sentence to 8 Indians in Qatar. Campaigning by various political parties for upcoming assembly elections gathers pace in 4 states. Filing of nominations end this evening for Telangana Assembly polls. India finished Asian Archery Championships in Bangkok with 7 medals comprising 3 gold, a silver and 3 bronze. And in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, South Africa to take on Afghanistan in Ahmedabad this afternoon. And now the news in detail. The 5th India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue will be held in New Delhi today. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will co-chair the dialogue with US Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin and Secretary of State Antony Blinken. The dialogue will be followed by a bilateral meeting between Secretary of Defense Austin and Raksha Mantri. Dr. Jaishankar will also hold bilateral meeting with his US counterpart. This will mark a continuity of ministerial dialogue and reaffirm the India-US Comprehensive Global Strategic Partnership. Mr. Blinken and Mr. Austin arrived in Delhi yesterday to attend the dialogue. Our correspondent reports that a number of strategic, defense and technology issues are expected to be discussed during the 2+2 dialogue and the bilateral meeting. We have a report.
The 2+2 dialogue will enable a high-level review of progress being made in cross-cutting aspects of defense and security cooperation, technology value chain collaborations, and people-to-people ties. The ministers will take the opportunity to take forward the futuristic roadmap for India-US partnership as envisioned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Joe Biden in their discussions in June and September this year. Both sides will also take stock of contemporary regional issues and exchange views about shared priorities for augmenting cooperation in multilateral platforms and through frameworks such as Quad. Suparna Saikya, Akashwani News, Delhi.
The External Affairs Ministry has said that further legal steps are being pursued in the matter of death penalty to 8 Indians awarded by a Qatar court and an appeal has been filed. Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi was briefing media in New Delhi last evening.
The Court of First Instance of Qatar passed a judgment on October 26 in the case involving 8 Indian employees of Al Dara Company. The judgment is confidential and has only been shared with the legal team. They are now pursuing further legal steps and I think an appeal has already been filed. We will also remain engaged with the Qatari authorities in this matter. On November 7, we received our embassy another consular access to the detainees. We are in touch with their family members too, and I would urge everyone not to engage in speculation considering the sensitive nature of the case.
On the Israel-Hamas conflict, Mr. Bagchi said India has urged both the sides to eschew violence and de-escalate the situation.
We have strongly condemned the horrific terrorist attack on Israel, urged the need for zero tolerance for terrorism, and called for immediate and unconditional release of hostages. We have also conveyed our deep concern at the humanitarian crisis in Gaza and the increasing civilian toll. India has also sent 38 tons of humanitarian relief material. We have emphasized the need for strict observance of international humanitarian law. We have also urged the parties to de-escalate, eschew violence, and work towards creating conditions for an early resumption of direct peace negotiations towards a two-state solution.
Campaigning by various political parties for the upcoming assembly polls has gathered pace in 4 states of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Telangana. In Madhya Pradesh, all political parties including the BJP and the Congress are putting all their might in the election campaign. Several star campaigners including Prime Minister Narendra Modi are canvassing in favor of their party candidates. Today, many senior BJP leaders including the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will hold public meetings. Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Vadra and Party National President Mallikarjun Kharge are leading the party campaign. Bahujan Samaj Party, Samajwadi Party, Aam Aadmi Party and various local parties are also contacting voters in their areas of influence. The voting for the 230-member Madhya Pradesh Legislative Assembly will be held in a single phase on the 17th of this month. In the state assembly elections this time, there are 5 such unique seats out of 230 seats where a third language is also being used. We have more from our correspondent.
The final voter list of 230 assembly seats in Madhya Pradesh was published on October 4. Of these, there are 5 such special assembly constituencies where voters will get to read their and candidate's name in Hindi and English as well as in Urdu. Of these 5 specific seats in Madhya Pradesh, 4 are in Bhopal and 1 in Burhanpur district. Apart from the voter list, the names of candidates will also be in all 3 languages on the ballot unit of EVMs. The number of such polling booths in Bhopal is more than 1,000. There are 2,533 candidates in the fray in the state. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
In Chhattisgarh, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be campaigning in the state on Monday. As per reports, he will address public meetings to woo the voters, whereas Congress and other party senior leaders are addressing election rallies in the state. On the instructions of Election Commission, old-aged voters and voters with disability who are unable to reach polling booths are being provided facility of voting via postal ballot from the comfort of their homes. The assembly elections in the state are being held in 2 phases. In the second phase, 70 constituencies of a total of 90 constituencies will go to polls on the 17th of this month. Earlier, voting for the first phase was held in Chhattisgarh on Tuesday for 20 assembly seats, along with polling in Mizoram for elections to the 40-member state assembly. In Mizoram, re-polling is taking place at Mualangthu polling station in Aizawl South 3 constituency today. The constituency is witnessing 4 corner contests in this election. In Rajasthan, the date for the withdrawal of candidature ended yesterday. Many rebel candidates of the BJP and Congress withdrew their names after persuasion. But still around 45 rebel candidates from both the parties are in the fray. Polling for all 200 assembly constituencies will be held on the 25th of this month. Our correspondent has the details.
A total of 2,365 candidates had submitted nomination papers for 200 assembly constituencies of the state. Out of these, 396 nomination papers were rejected, whereas 490 candidates withdrew their nominations. Now, 1,875 candidates remain in the electoral fray. Jodhwala has the highest 18 candidates, followed by Rajgarh, Lakshmangarh and Pushkar with 17 each. The lowest number 3 are contesting in Lalsot Assembly constituency. This time 419 candidates are contesting less as compared to the last election. Jitendra Dwivedi, Akashvani News, Jaipur.
In Telangana, today is the last day for filing of nominations for assembly elections. 119-member state legislative assembly will go to polls on the 30th of this month. The state is set to witness a triangular contest between the BJP, the ruling Bharat Rashtra Samiti, and the Congress in the assembly election. Major political parties released the final lists of candidates for remaining seats yesterday. We have a report.
BJP senior leaders including union ministers will be lining up in the state for the next few days for electioneering in support of their party candidates. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing another public meeting in Secunderabad tomorrow. Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur has been with the BJP candidate Krishna Reddy at Munugod yesterday while he was filing nomination. The minister will be electioneering in Jangaon today. Ruling BRS chief Chandrasekhar Rao has concluded his first level of electioneering yesterday and addressed rallies in over 40 constituencies so far. He will take up next round of campaigning from Monday next, in which he is likely to cover about 50 constituencies. Meanwhile, Congress released its minority declaration in which the National Party offered several sops to minorities if the party voted to power. Lakshmi, Akashvani News, Hyderabad.
Counting of votes in all the 5 states will be taken up on the 3rd of December. This is Akashwani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. The centre has asked Punjab government to take effective actions to stop further stubble burning in the remaining days of the harvest season. It said that responsibility should be fixed on district collectors and district magistrates, senior superintendents of police and SHOs for ensuring that there is no further stubble burning. Sources said that Cabinet Secretary Rajiv Gauba chaired a meeting on Wednesday with chief secretaries and other senior officers of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and the NCT of Delhi. Meanwhile, after the rap by Supreme Court on the stubble burning issue, the Advocate General of Punjab, Gurminder Singh, has filed an affidavit on behalf of the state in the apex court. It is stated in the affidavit that the farmers of Punjab are needed to be provided with 30 to 40,000 machines to dispose of the stubble. Several parts of Delhi NCR received rainfall in the wee hours today, bringing a much needed respite from the increased air pollution in the national capital. Talking to Akashvani, India Meteorological Department Director General Mrityunjay Mohapatra said more rainfall is likely during the next 24 hours over northern parts of the country.
During past 24 hours, there has been snowfall activity in western Himalayan region and rainfall activity over the plains, including Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Punjab, North Rajasthan, and certain areas of West UP. It is mainly because of the western disturbance which is moving across northwest India. This rainfall and snowfall activity will continue for today.
The air quality index has slightly improved after the rainfall in the national capital, and it is in very poor category. At 7 a.m. this morning, air quality index at IGI airport was recorded at 363. The festival of Dhanteras is being celebrated in different parts of the country today. Dhanteras is also known as Dhan Treyodashi, and Dhanvantri Jayanti is part of Deepavali celebrations. People consider this as an auspicious day to make new purchases, especially gold or silver articles and new utensils. The day also sees heavy purchases of appliances and automobiles. The 8th National Ayurveda Day is also being celebrated today. On the occasion, the main event will be held at Panchkula in Haryana, in which Union Ayush Minister will be the chief guest. The theme this year is Ayurveda for One Health. In Punjab, several activities were held under the nationwide Jal Diwali Women for Water, Water for Women campaign during the last 3 days. We have a report.
On concluding day of this campaign Jal Diwali, the teams from Rama in Bathinda, Ganda Khedi in Rajpura, Gyani Jail Singh Nagar in Roopnagar and SAS Nagar Municipal Corporation conducted visits to the water treatment plants. During these visits, more than 150 women members of different self-help groups had hands-on experience to understand the process involved in purifying and distributing drinking water effectively. With a resolve to water conservation, the women were given live demonstrations on the working of the plant, awareness messages on the importance of drinking pure water, and also on the drinking water treatment activities were demonstrated. Sheshu Sharma Shantal, Akashvani News, Jalandhar.
India ended campaign at the Asian Archery Championships in Bangkok yesterday with 7 medals comprising 3 gold, a silver and 3 bronze. On the final day, India won 5 medals in compound event, including 3 gold. In the women's team event, Jyoti Surekha, Venom, Parneet Kaur, Aditi Gopichand Swami defeated China's Taipei in a thrilling final to win the yellow medal. And in the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, South Africa will take on Afghanistan in Ahmedabad this afternoon. The match will start at 2 p.m. Last evening, New Zealand defeated Sri Lanka by 5 wickets in Bengaluru. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Nina Matthew.
Thank you, Nishit. India, US to discuss topical issues, regional development at 2+2 talks, says the Statesman. Rahul PM trade barbs as campaign reaches fever pitch in Madhya Pradesh, says a report in The Hindu. Lok Sabha ethics panel seeks Mahua's expulsion from House is the top story in the Asian age. Bihar clears bill to raise quota from 50 to 65% headlines. Hindustan Times. Supreme Court says High Courts need benches for quick trial against MPs and MLAs in the front page story in the Indian Express. Appeal filed against death penalty of 8 Navy veterans in Qatar, according to a report in the Tribune. Samvat 2079 made 46 trillion rupees for investors, according to Financial Express. And with that, it's back to you, Nishit.
Thank you, Nina. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. 5th India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue to be held in New Delhi today with focus on defence and security cooperation. New Delhi files appeal against death sentence to 8 Indians in Qatar. Campaigning by various political parties for upcoming assembly elections gathers pace in 4 states. Filing of nominations end this evening for Telangana Assembly polls. India finished Asian Archery Championships in Bangkok with 7 medals comprising 3 gold, a silver and 3 bronze. And in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, South Africa to take on Afghanistan in Ahmedabad this afternoon. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.